Well, hey, Scott from Aristocob.com here. Here happens to be a sleep study lab in High Point, North Carolina. This thing is called a cannula. I just learned that. And can you speak with it in your mouth? No, you cannula. Now, I have known for 15 years now that I have sleep apnea, and I haven't been to a sleep lab in the last 15 years. And so to make sure that everything's working just right, I'm going to go through a sleep study tonight. It was really kind of surprised when I came in here to my room. I mean, it's a room with a dresser and a TV and a beautiful picture on the wall and everything. But I'll be here for the night, and everything should go fine. Now, I'm doing this today, and in 2 days, I'm having all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed because I am burning through all of my flexible spending account money that I tend to lose at the end of each year. So anyway, this is just insane. I have these things stuck all over my body. I guess they're going to tell whether my legs are moving, if I'm breathing, and all that jazz. So anyway, I don't know if you've ever gone through this before, but I'm supposed to sleep naturally now. Good luck with that. Talk to you guys again soon, and happy Cobb Tuesday. Okay, so that's over with. Went home, took a quick nap, showered, and now I'm heading to work. So just a quick message for those of you who think maybe there's a chance you have sleep apnea. As I mentioned, I had my last sleep study 15 years ago, and since that time I have been using a CPAP. CPAP is a device that just blows air, in my case, blows air up my nose. Some people use them where they have a mask that covers their mouth and their nose, which is part of what my struggle was last night. I have a little bit of a cold, and so I wasn't breathing well through my nose, and so they ended up putting this full face mask on, which I find incredibly uncomfortable. Now, I suspect that once you use it for a couple nights, and of course the CPAP gives you then a great night's sleep, you'll get over it. But I never did, and last night was a little bit of a struggle. But the good news is it's behind me now. They can make any adjustments they need to the pressure on my CPAP, and maybe just maybe I'll get myself one of those masks in case I ever do get a cold or when I get a cold. Because for me, if I have a cold and can't breathe through my nose, then I can't use my CPAP, and then I go back to the experiences I had before I was diagnosed. I tell you guys, it was unbelievable the change that made. It was like a light switch being turned back on that had been gradually dimmed. I didn't notice how tired I was. I didn't notice, I noticed because I was tired, but that had happened to me gradually. My blood pressure had gone up, my weight had gone up, I was just far more inactive than ever before. And the CPAP just changed that almost overnight. So again, if this is something that your spouse has been complaining about you snoring, or you wake up in the morning and you just can't get up because you're still so dang tired, and fatigue and things like that, don't put it off. If you Google the term sleep apnea, you can see that it's associated with, or can be associated with, a lot of ailments, and some of which are very, very serious, all right? And it's such a simple fix if it's necessary. Now, I have a couple friends who decided instead of using a CPAP, they would have a uvuloplasty, which is they remove your uvula, the little hanging down thing at the back of your throat, and at that same time they might remove some other tissue at the back of your throat. Because partially what happens is when you get into REM sleep, your body basically becomes paralyzed, for lack of a better word, and any tissue that's in your throat just clogs your breathing tube, especially if you're sleeping on your back, which I avoid now, but they made me do last night so they could basically force some apnea problems on me, and boy, they did. Anyway, that's an option where you can have the surgery to remove all that fleshy tissue. There's also some kind of medicine they can give you that will forever keep you out of REM. In other words, you'll never dream again. And it's not that I have amazing, vivid dreams, but, you know, I dream sometime, and why take that away? So I opted for the CPAP and have never once regretted it. So I guess that's the end of this endorsement. Thank you all for your kind words. Those of you who saw my picture on Instagram, I was posting that picture, and the technician said, "You got to turn your phone off. You got to turn your phone off." And so I didn't have time to explain what was going on. So a lot of comments, of concern, and others that thought I was dressing like Darth Vader. Anyway, gotta go. Guys, make it a great day. Talk to you again soon. Hey, and tomorrow morning I get my wisdom teeth removed. Oh, wow.